So, good evening and welcome to another episode of Den of Fools. It's episode 9. It's fantastic to have all listeners and watchers here, or one of you at the moment. I know it's a hot, sunny day, so I know most people are busy as well. I know George has stolen most of the regular audience to do a pre-record of his show, but this is still going to be really, really fun. So anyone who's watching now, fantastic. If you are watching in the future on catch-up, brilliant. Do try to watch live in the future because we'll get you part of this. You'll be making suggestions to us as well for some of the games, some of the ideas as well. For example, I really want a problem. If people want to text in a problem which you want to resolve for a future game, which I'll be playing in about 40 minutes time, text in now and that'll get really handy. Just put in the comments. I'm going to introduce you to tonight's fantastic guests. We've got Kitty Speed.
Hello.
Jack Harris.
Hey, hello all.
Francis Davies.
Hello.
And Josh Reynolds. Right, so I'll let you guys introduce yourselves a bit more than just saying hello. Kitty, starting with you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I'm a stand-up comedian from Oxford, and I spend most of my time saying embarrassing things that people don't want to hear, and so I mostly do it with a microphone these days.
Yeah, it's the best way, isn't it? Yeah, shouting at bus stops doesn't work anymore. Fantastic. Okay, and Jack?
Hi, my name's Jack. I'm a jazz fan who likes to drink heavily, but in the meantime, I also do stand-up and do radio stuff, etc.
Yeah, okay, that's brilliant. You've had a radio show on at the moment, isn't it? Is it a proper radio station you're on as well?
One.
Yeah.
Part of the community in Birmingham. Do 1 till 4 on a Thursday every week.
Yeah, okay, that's good. So yeah, do plug that at the end. We will have a bit of a session at the end for people to plug anything they want to. Anything legal, I should say. Yeah, you're not allowed to sell any drugs on this show, I'm afraid. I've run out of money. Francis?
Hi, yeah, my name's Francis, and I've been involved in the comedy scene since about 2017, but mainly in the laugh in the audience. So a lot of people know me from like the West Midlands. I'm always in the audience, and then I have been trying my hand at it myself. And me and Jack, we were going to be doing some roasts together, but thanks to COVID, that all went a bit tits up. So just trying to get back into it again, like we all are.
Okay, good. That's good. Yeah, and I think there's a little bit of echo, Francis. I'm not sure what's coming from you or Jack, because obviously you were both in the same room, aren't you?
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think it's best if I think I might just quickly get out of here. So that's it. Well, you'll still be part of this game show. That's the important thing. You're still on the panel. Okay, good. Just losing Jack right. Yeah. Okay. And then right. Okay, Josh.
Yeah. Hey, I'm Josh. This is unusual for me doing comedy with not being in drag. Normally I'm dressed, but I've been doing stand-up comedy for about, I don't know, maybe a year. I think I picked the worst time to start just before COVID.
So I think the first time I met you, I was very surprised actually when I finally met you with short hair, because for the first 3 or 4 times it was like a gorgeous long length of hair.
And pink.
Yeah, and pink as well. I thought, oh yes, wow, you've really grown your hair out. I didn't even think that it was a wig. That's dopey of me, but okay, yeah, right. So I'm waiting for Jack. I'll explain obviously what we're going to be doing. This is actually the last of the regular fortnightly shows. From now on, it's going to be monthly. So the next show is going to be sort of mid-July as well, because I think people are beginning to get out there. I know Boris has put a little stymie in that, but we are beginning to get real live gigs, aren't we? And real live comedy's coming back. So that's really exciting. I'm just thinking, what else can we do? What else can I do to stem the time? So anyway, obviously we're going to do lots of improv games. We've got a fantastic one coming up called Guess the Guest. Then we've got more rounds of I Didn't Expect That and Just a Minute. A really good pun off. I think everyone's got puns prepared, so that's going to be exciting to get that as well. And we'll just see how we get on. So, okay, is Jackie around and back and about?
Yeah, give me a minute. Just moving some stuff.
Oh, good. Okay, and we've already got someone commenting as well.
It's just making the bedroom a bit more presentable, probably.
No, Ricky was saying you're getting major feedback. Yeah, well, we know that's what we've sorted out. So, yeah, we've solved that now, Ricky, by, as you can see, with Jack wandering off. So, yeah. So hopefully that'll be sorted. Ricky was on the show a couple of weeks back. So,
do you think it's better for the audience to get the camera off me?
We do need. I think you need the camera on, but it doesn't matter what's in the background. You know, it's a comedy show. That's perfect. Right. Okay. And then I'll get ready for us to go into that very first game. Well, you think you'd have actually prepared this, wouldn't you? There we go. Guess the guest. That's right. So for this, Kitty is going to be guessing. It's a blind date sort of situation. So you've got 3 contestants. You're going to be finding out who they are by asking typical blind date questions. Do you want to put a blindfold on and I will tell them who they're going to be?
But I can still hear. You know that I can still hear, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm going to show them and they're going to read that. Okay. Okay. Right, you can now take your blindfold off.
Thank you.
Okay, and welcome to Blind Date. And our first contestant is Kitty. You've got 3 lovely contestants in front of you. Would you like to ask them some questions and decide who you want to date?
Yeah, so person number 1, I love animals. And I was wondering, if you were an animal, what kind of animal would you be?
Well, we just lost a bit of sound there, Kitty. Is the microphone just...
You lost it from me?
Yeah, a little bit. We just went a bit quiet there. Can you just finish the question again?
I love animals. If you were... What animal would you be?
So am I number 1?
Well, yeah, you can be. Absolutely. Go for it.
So, okay, what kind of animal would I be at, and what's the time? It's 8:10 on this lovely sunny evening in down in the West Midlands. I think, well, I mean, I should be asking the team, but they're not here at the moment. What sort of animal would I be? Oh, I'm not too sure. One that would be... oh, hang on, I'm just having a word from our sponsors. What sponsors are saying... what kind of animal can be? Or I'll just have to check it with the sponsors at first, so I'll have to get back to you.
I'm very afraid that this is a sports person. All right, do I make my guess now, or am I ready to date number 2?
Yeah, you can make a guess now, or you can just carry on asking people the next question to the next contestant.
Okay, so my guess is it Gary Lineker? All right.
No.
Number 2. Do you have any secret talents?
Yeah, I have a secret talent. I know exactly where the other person who I'm looking at is going to be, if then I can get my end result.
And number 3, what are you looking for in a partner?
Monogamy. Complete monogamy. Yeah, it's in the bloodline. Really a big fan of just having one wife.
Henry VIII. Contestant number 1, are you...
Hey there! Hi, how are you? Are you caller number 1 or caller number 2? I'm not too sure. My manager is I'm not too sure. Is it caller number 1? Hi, yeah.
Are you a morning person or a night owl?
Well, here in the sunny Black Country, it depends what time I'm doing. It could be the morning, 7 till 10, or sometimes I'm on in the evening, 8 till 10 p.m. at night. So it just depends what I'm covering.
News. Okay. number 2. What are your best qualities?
Oh, what are my best qualities? I'm able to do one particular skill more than 10 other people that I know, and I'm able to guess. Am I who? Sorry,
Judas.
Am I Judas? It depends, really, in a sporting environment. Oh, shit, just give it away, haven't I? I'm able to decide where I want certain things to go.
Oh, no. I don't know him. All right, number 3. What are your best qualities?
My best qualities are spirit and chivalry. And Denzel has given me someone that I don't know, and I've had to Wikipedia. He was very, very ruthless and monogamous.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 1. What is your idea of a romantic evening?
Hi there. Thank you for tuning in. My idea of a romantic evening. Well, obviously, one of our sponsors is Rodrigo's, the Italian restaurant. So obviously, it would be Italian food because they're one of our sponsors. So yes, Italian food. Yes, thank you for calling in.
Okay, I'm gonna make my guess. I presume it's like a radio DJ.
Yeah.
I'm
very overexcited.
Oh, beautiful. I was so afraid it was going to be a specific one. So number 2, how do you impress a date's parents or friends?
I don't know about the mum, but I think the dad, all I've got to do is just show my stats and then he'll be more than happy with me.
All right, so it's
or impressed, depending.
So it's either someone who's like really into fantasy football, or it's a footballer, or perhaps a specific footballer. Hey,
it's a football player.
Yeah.
That's it. So this is going to be interesting if you're trying to get Josh, because Josh doesn't know who he is.
You've really screwed me.
What is your idea of the perfect marriage proposal?
The perfect marriage proposal would start with killing 7,000 French people in one evening, and then after that, celebrating at Agincourt with my friends and a massive ball. I don't know.
Are you a king?
I am a king, but I'm a specific king.
Oh, but what's the one that fought? They all bloody fought France.
Yeah.
Are you one of the Henrys?
Yes.
Are you the 7th? 6th?
Well, we can just go like this. I think
King Henry the Fifth. Oh, that's great. So let's just check on the comments. First of all, Eddie Salter's loving this.
I'm glad because that's my brother. Thank you.
Good. Ricky's loving this as well. Yeah, good. Ricky's loving you, Josh. And he's just giving big rounds of applause.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Yeah, so that was really good. I know it was a bit tough, Josh. I think I must be a big geek because I know Henry V just from the Shakespeare plays, and even appears in various little people quoting the various speeches of his at football matches and stuff.
It's not you. I'm uncultured, but yeah.
Right. Okay. Anyway, at this point, we're going to end tonight's show, and we're going to do a special viewing of Henry V. Yeah. Okay. Right. So on to the next little game. I didn't expect that. Yeah, my lovely little voiceovers there. Yes, other people get really good voiceovers. I just record mine just one off, sort of like, and just go sod it. That'll do. Okay, so what we're going to do? We're going to get people to say things they wouldn't expect to hear in a costume drama. Now, Josh, a costume drama is where people wear old-fashioned costumes on TV. Okay, so yeah, we're going to start in a round robin fashion. We're going to start with Kitty, Jack, Francis, and then Josh. Okay, we give one example each, and then we'll just go around until either we exhausted or I think it's a good time to end.
Do you know he has 10,000 a year? He's never going to have to pay off his student loans.
You go for me now?
Yeah, you, Jack.
Are you sure that's Anne Boleyn?
Okay. I said Renaissance, not Zellweger.
The newest costume drama. Who has the authority? Do you know the standing orders? Hand forth council meeting. Read them and understand them.
So he looked off into the distance in the countryside, and I thought he was just being stern and silent. Turns out he'd had a stroke.
I'll be back. I can't think of any other. I'm sorry.
I know. I didn't think we had to think up more than like one. I mean, it's good to have got the other one.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, and I think Josh.
No, I've got another one.
Okay.
What's that red stain on the back of her costume? Oh, this really is a period drama.
Oh, that's brilliant. And you're going to be the first one to get this. Oh, there we go. And Josh, I think we'll skip you on this one. So Kitty, do you have any a third?
Yeah, no, don't call the servants. I'll stick the kettle on myself. No problem.
Okay, that's brilliant. I think that's a good point to leave it on. Okay, so things you would not expect to hear on holiday, because holidays are going to be allowed again very soon, aren't they?
I thought this was holidays and weddings.
We do have weddings is the next one. We're doing that in a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, but we had 4. I didn't expect that. So yeah, this does get rid of the fourth wall and everything. These are not completely spontaneous. You might find that people might have heard of these ones in advance. But yeah, so yeah, and we're going to do this in reverse order. So we're going to start with Josh, and then we're going to go Francis, Jack, Kitty. Okay.
For peace and relaxation, leave your kids at the creche and your wife with the barman.
What do you mean? Where's your socks and pants? I took them all out of your suitcase to fit my 10 extra pairs of shoes in.
Being on holiday with my lovely wife and kids. When I get back home, I'm going to kill myself.
Good job we don't have any kids, is it?
Yeah.
You know what? That Parisian waiter was so chatty and friendly. It was almost too much.
Is it me again?
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah. Slightly better conditions at a prison, like getting fingered behind a skip. Visit Pontins.
Are you sure slightly better conditions in prison? Because I do remember Pontins. Hangovers are probably worse than prisons.
I only had the one for holidays.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, no, I know.
Sorry.
We've forgotten what holidays are like. So
I know I haven't had one for 12 years, so I forgot.
Well, there you go. I think that's definitely a holiday thing. You wouldn't expect here on holidays.
You know what I love about Benidorm? Not a single English person, is there?
You know what? American Homeland Security are so welcoming and friendly. They invited me to stay forever.
All right, let's have a look what we're going to be doing next.
Can you hear me better, or is this worse?
I can hear you better. Yeah,
you're louder.
Yeah, much louder. Yeah, yes. So that's really good. So we're going to do another little improv game. Well, I can actually find. And this is why I've never made a video for this one. So yeah, so we're going to do an improv game of museum experts, and I'm going to get you to basically 2 people are going to be absolute experts and tell me what they think. That's completely the wrong picture. I had prepared a picture. I don't know. I'm having fun with this tonight, aren't I? Oh well, it's not like it's live or anything. It's not like we've got any people watching. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to get 2 museum experts to tell me what this is.
Ooh.
Okay, and the first 2 people is going to be Kitty and Josh. Both of you, one of you, are going to tell me what this is, and both of you are going to be arguing to convince me which one it is.
This is actually the box where we keep all of Boris Johnson's best ideas. If you could just open it up for us there. As you can see, these are, if you could hold each item individually. So as you can see, he hates fun and plans to abolish them, for the 4-day work week. And here you can see his second best policy idea, which is money. Apparently, it's looking great. And then you can see our third item in our box of Boris Johnson's fantastic ideas. We have what appears to be a satellite, like a beam me up selfie device, which is his way of getting around passport control after Brexit.
Oh, okay, brilliant. Okay, and Josh, what do you think these items are?
I am deeply troubled by what I've seen in that box, Denzel. In that box should be the oldest chocolate bar in the world. We need to investigate what has happened to this chocolate bar. I don't know who's put that false chocolate bar in, but we need to go to the courts. We need to send the police. We need to get the Garda.
Right.
We're sending about now. I don't know what that is.
Okay. So, yeah, we seem to have, I think the kitty's eaten the chocolate bar. So there we go. That's what's happened to that, hasn't it? Okay, so yes, I think we're going to have to leave that and try to figure out what this next item is. There we go. This, and so Jack and Francis, what do you think this item is? Can you tell us what museum you are from?
Ladies first.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. Don't just put on a show for everybody. Yeah. Well, obviously, this is from the courts of one of the major kings, and it's from his collection of a very first stand-up, probably in like the 16th century. It's got a few jingly bells on it as well, so it was probably around about old Yuletide when the person would get that out and prance around for all the kings. It's probably for Joshua, is it Henry V? That kind of time. Yeah, so, and it would have been made out of lamb's skin or some sort of a deer or something like that at the time. And then you would have ate his venison. So, yes, I think it's some sort of mitre hat that some person would have worn in those sort of times.
Right, okay. And Jack, what do you think this is then?
Well, it's actually quite a sad and harrowing story. You see, Santa had a lot of Christmas workers, elves, some people called, before PC came in. He basically he had a wonderful and fantastic work environment, but except for this one elf who was the very first Christmas elves who actually contracted AIDS. It was quite a harrowing experience in the 80s. You see this one particular elf, he felt like he didn't want to be around the North Pole that much, so he decided to go and search for other poles in the San Francisco area. It was very... It's hard because he wrote letters and diaries in his journal saying that how he wanted to be accepted and be frolic with other Christmas elves. Whether people would accept him or not, it didn't really matter to him. But then he went off into the one thing. The sun was his natural enemy, and so was apparently protection. So he ended up just being around to come into all kinds of mischief and hijinks. And so to this day, it's a friendly reminder. We have to make sure that our Christmas elves every December they get tested and they get reimbursed for their horrible, well, not horrible, I shouldn't say that. I come across as some kind of bigot by saying horrible, but I'm not. But it's a very lovely reminder that every Christmas elf needs just love, regardless of where it comes from.
Every time a bell rings, an elf gets a condom.
Yeah, we can just about hear the bells ringing, I think. There we go.
It's too late for some now, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's possibly works better without the pictures then. Look, Eddie's enjoying that at the moment. Yeah, so this show is obviously really, really well organised. I think I need a holiday after this. On to the next game then. Where I can find the video. Jester Minute. That's right. So you can.
Sorry.
Yeah. As you can see,
you said it was funny.
Yeah, well, it's not that. That was actually filmed in San Francisco, as you could see it wearing the jester hat. It's the elf. Okay. Right, so yeah, so here we're going to get people to talk for a minute on a topic. So first of all, who wants to talk about, say, drinking for 1 or 2 minutes? Anyone want to?
I'll go if no one wants to.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me just put you on the soil out.
Right. So when I was a student back in 2011, I was 19 years old. I brought my girlfriend up at the time from Birmingham, and she basically going to bring friends with her, but she never did. So basically, just her and my friends. And one of the main guests that were there. Bear in mind, I should not have got off drunk, but my friend recommended to me that he bought me basically sambucas, vodka and cokes, JD and cokes, things like that. And I was going to have a quiet night, but if someone's paying drinks for me, I thought, well, I'm not going to waste them, so I'll do that. And then literally, as we see someone walking down the stairs, it's does anyone remember from the UK pop group in the early noughties, N-Dubs?
Oh yeah.
It's basically Dappy from N-Dubs, and he had about 6 bounces with him, which for some reason didn't really need that many. And I just said to my friend, oh god, he's such a cock, as he look here. And he goes, why don't you tell him that? I went, what, do you dare me? Yeah, go on then. And me being having a bit of the Dutch courage, I literally push away some of his bounces. They're looking at me like they're going to kill me. I just walk up to Dappy and go, Dappy! He goes, hey! And I just go to him, look, mate, you're a shit, you're a cunt, so just fuck off. So then he pushes me, I'm there like that, and then I'm literally go like that, and in my head I'm thinking, right, I'm about to have a fight with Dappy from N-Dubs. And so literally it took one of the bouncers to literally push me away. About 5 minutes later, I get up on a bench as he's taking pictures, taking autographs. He gives me a little wanker sign. I blew him a kiss, and then literally 2 bouncers literally carrying me out like as if I'm going to the mental asylum. Literally carrying me and just throwing me out. My friend goes to me. Why are you kicking him out? Oh, well, he called Dappy a cunt. And he goes, well, he is, isn't he? And then he gets thrown out. Then my girlfriend at the time got thrown out. She wanted a picture with Dappy, so she was doubly annoyed about that. We get into a taxi afterwards, just pissing ourselves laughing about the whole thing. My girlfriend at the time literally a face like stone. As soon as I get out of the taxi, I've just remembered I've got to make sure that she's all right. So I'm going to be going to bed with her or whatever. So my face literally goes from hysterics to this, trying to calm her down and things like that. And then I'll get found out that I'm the literally talk of the town. I get about 20, 30 odd text messages saying, mate, did you just get into a fight with Dappy last night or something? So yeah, whenever you get drunk, don't think you can, have a fight with 5'3" rappers. That's my moral of the story.
Classic, absolute brilliant story. Yeah, but I must say, at least Dappy's going to remember. He's not going to remember having random photos with strangers, is he? But he's going to remember some guy coming up and calling him a cunt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, he's done so many times to him, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't remember.
Yeah. No. Okay. Does anyone else want to talk about drinking? Yep. Okay. How about now? I'm picking up another random topic, completely at random. I no one will see this. How about films? Does anyone want to talk about films?
Yeah, I'll talk about Disney films.
Yeah.
Kitty, just let it go.
What do you mean? What?
Frozen.
I love Disney films. I'm obsessed with Disney. These are my idols. I really want to be them. I follow all of their advice. I try to be brave and kind, and whenever I see them, I talk to rodents, including my ex-boyfriend. And I've had one of my parents killed, but there's one aspect of life that the Disney princesses have not taught me about that I would like to address, and that is all of these beautiful autonomous women, and none of them are banging. So I'd like to introduce you to my favorite Disney princess. This is Ariel. If you don't know her, Denzel, do you know this princess?
I do know Ariel. Yeah.
So she's the one that went to the Sea Witch because she traded in her voice because she really wanted. What did she want again?
Oh, didn't she want legs?
Oh no, she wanted a vagina.
Ah, okay.
What do you think about it? At the minute. I spoke to her at the minute.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, I think that's a good point to leave it on. Yeah. But just in case any kids watching, she did want legs.
She wanted hair or labia.
You know, we was only talking about that the other day, weren't we? About mermaids and fish and stuff, weren't we?
Would you rather be able to masturbate or swim in the sea?
Well, I've got a thing.
I know people who can do both, Kitty. So
at the same time, sometimes so I've seen dolphins masturbate, so it must be.
Where was that?
I think it was David Attenborough. It's the David Attenborough late night show.
And the blue planet.
Deep ocean.
Okay, anyone else want to talk about films?
You'd think actually that I'd want to talk about films, wouldn't you, Denzel? Seeing as I've done my daily post for a year of my favourite films, and we do the Mr. H's first watch. But I mean, because I'm such a massive film geek, I don't really want to take the mickey too much out of films, because it's just like, because obviously I love them so much, and I had to make sure I got my bookcase in. No, it's that way.
Absolutely. So you can,
you can kind of see the Lost Boys tape, which that lights up. Jack got me that for Christmas or my birthday. I can't remember which one it was. But so the only thing that I would say about films would be I went on a date with a lad that I was actually with for about 5 or 6 years in the end, and we went to see Titanic. And he said to me that when Kate Winslet was Rose DeWitt Decatur, he said, "Oh, she'd look like you. She had a fat face and glasses." And I thought, that's lovely, isn't it? So, that's all I want to say on films, really. Apart from actually, I have thought of something. The scene in Highlander is the most crazy scene I've ever seen. It just blows my mind that you've got a Frenchman, Christopher Lambert, trying to be Scottish. And you've got a Scottish man who is obviously Sean Connery, God rest his soul, trying to be an Egyptian, but he's got a Scottish accent, actually saying, so as a Frenchman who's trying to be Scottish is saying to a Scottish man who's supposed to be Egyptian, he's asking him what a haggis is. And that scene just blows my mind. Just blows my mind. So there you go.
Yeah, I think that is definitely a bit daft, really. Not exactly really what I was thinking. It's like, how can we get one of the most famous Scottish actors of all time? What should we get him in this really Scottish film? Oh, I know, we're getting playing a foreigner. It doesn't work, does it?
Egyptian.
Okay. So before we go on to the next one, Rosalind is saying that you've got a really good point, Kitty, with needing to masturbate. I believe that's the thing. And Eddie's saying no vagina, but her lower parts smell the same. It's all to scale, though, Eddie. All to scale. I'm getting in the puns early. Okay, let's see. I think I'll pick up another couple of completely and utterly random topics here and see what people want to talk about these. How about autism? Does someone want to talk about autism?
I wonder who that is. Going off how natural I am, thinking on my feet with improv. It should be a surprise to say I'm autistic. I'm also diagnosed with dyspraxia and dyslexia. And my brother takes the piss out of me and goes, "Is there anything you haven't got?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, friends." I'm part of the generation that got diagnosed late, just like 2 years ago. But now I've got a legit excuse for all of my failures. Like, I could have done with them at the time. Like, I lost a job from being bullied due to my social skills, and now I can go back and sue their ass. Disability discrimination. And I see some people are concerned. I might be taking it a little bit too far. But I love that paper round. And I don't know if you guys have had tough working conditions before, but that was a cutthroat working environment, that village shop. Good luck keeping a work-life balance when your job's on the streets. So, I got in early to organise my route, always the first bat, get the job done. Straight into the paper recycling bin. Just doing my bit for the environment.
Great. Okay, yeah, that's good. It's interesting, Josh. I've actually also got a diagnosis of dyspraxia, so it gave me an extra 15 minutes in exams. But so,
it's almost a themed evening now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very much. I think it is. Yeah, that's it.
I've got Asperger's.
Okay, well there we go. So definitely very much a themed evening, and I think I might pick up another very completely utterly random topic off the top of my head and see whether someone wants to talk about that.
Oh, this is. Are we allowed to do more?
Yeah.
Well, you see, okay, so I found it really hard to talk to my parents about my sexual identity because, I mean, even the name, it's got the word sex in it. And pity. Sexual identity. No, I can't talk about that to my parents. Anyway, since I teased earlier, I thought I would talk a little bit more about sex, about Ariel. I've rewritten the entire film to be more sex positive. So I'll just give you a minute's worth. So this song is based on when Ariel is she wants to be a human, and she's imagining how amazing life would be if she could masturbate. So I'll sing it for you. Look at my boobs, aren't they just neat? Wouldn't you think that my body's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who's got shells for tits? Look at my waist, it's tiny but strong. I know that you're thinking, where have my organs gone? Looking right at me, you'd think, how does her hair do that? I've got innocence, elegance, beauty. I've got flippers, but somehow a bum. Let's admit it, guys. I'm a cutie. Well, who cares? No big deal. I want to come. I want to have what the people have. I want to try one by masturbating, strumming along on that. What's it called again? Oh, glitz. We speak a whole different language. Did you know that up there they've got a chocolate starfish? I want to. What's that word again? Oh, muff. Up where they've got peens and they've got vagines and they've got everything in between, like a real girl strumming on that pearl. I want you to come.
Oh, Kitty, I've got someone who wants to talk to you here. Oh, that was wonderful.
Yes,
is that an aerial dildo?
That is what she would have wanted.
All right, and so that's what else we've got. We've got Ricky saying play that disabled card. Now, Ricky is very proud of that. He actually is our Paralympian silver medal winning Paralympian, aren't you, Ricky?
Wow,
so that was good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and he's going to be doing some of the broadcasting as well, talking about that in the Paralympics in the next couple of months. Eddie's loving you as well, Josh. Ricky's saying, I always thought Sebastian's song to Ariel was overly sexual.
A lot happens under the sea.
Lots of people just laughing. So
She has got crabs, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to pucker up your lips.
So if you've been enjoying this so far, we've got another 20 minutes more or so of entertainment. You can donate money to coffee.com/denofools. And this will get split evenly between all the comedians you see here. So if you feel sorry for them, or if you just want to buy them a drink, coffee.com/denofools, and we can sort that out. I will advertise that again at the end. You might not like it because we're going to be doing a pun off in a little bit, and you might then go, no, definitely not going to donate after seeing the horrible puns. So get your donations in now while we think about it. So we're going to play another little improv game. Okay. I don't actually find the video. I wish I'd actually alphabetize them. There it is. The good, the bad, and the ugly advice. Right. So what happens in this game is that it's going to be for 3 players, but the fourth one's going to come up and suggest a problem they want solving, and then the 3 players, one's going to give good advice, one's going to give bad advice, and one's going to give really, really ugly, the worst possible advice for this particular problem. Now, I asked my dad for a suggestion of what might be the problem, and he suggested how to get sausages into Northern Ireland, but I think that's a bit too political. So, yeah. So I think, how about we start off? Josh, do you want to say one very simple problem which you want help with from some advice counsellors? And we're going to get Francis giving good advice, Jack giving bad advice, and Kitty giving ugly advice. And then we're going to swap it all around, and each of you is going to come up with a problem, and each of you are going to get a chance to give really bad advice. So, okay.
Yeah. How do I get a face mask when I need to go into the shop to buy a face mask?
Okay. So starting off with Francis, you're going to give good advice on that.
Well, yes, that's quite a predicament there. I can see. What I'd say is that a lot of the time the facades to the shops are glass. So I'd basically just press your nose up against the glass and be like, hello, face, can I, and just try and get the attention of the person behind the counter, and just be like, I can't come in the shop, face mask, can you knock on, and then just see if they'd come out, and you do like the transaction half in and half out of the shop, maybe give you one and then you can get in the shop. So that's probably what I'd do.
That's quite a good advice. Okay, Jack, what about some bad advice?
First thing I would do is I would literally walk into the shop, scream at the top of your lungs saying I haven't got a mask. Tell everybody that you see face to face. Go right to their face, tell them I haven't got a mask. Can you please get me a mask? Go to the shop manager and say I haven't got a mask. Can you please get me a mask? I need a mask. I haven't got a mask. Just go around, just bother people's day by saying I haven't got a mask. I want a mask, but for some reason I haven't got a mask. So can you please get me a mask? Like literally go up to children and tell them, scream at them, that, like, say, I haven't got a mask, can you please help me? To the point where you actually scare people off and they go off, and just say things like I haven't got a mask until someone literally, until someone literally crumbles and says, here's a mask. Oh, I don't really need one. I'm all right, I'm exempt.
Okay, well, this is going to be interesting because Kitty's got to give even worse advice than that.
So have you thought about the best face mask might actually be a face? Now think about it. If you took off someone's face, you could apply it to your own, and that would be protection. And you'd be reducing the number of people who could be infected because they would probably be dead because you took their face. The best option, I think the best face for you to choose would be Boris Johnson. My advice is not ugly, I'll say.
Okay, now the only problem is I think actually Kitty's advice is far better than Jack's. That's actually sensible advice.
Look, you said ugly, you didn't say bad.
Okay, yeah. So, right, now we're going to go around. So next one, Francis, you're going to come up with a problem. Jack, you're going to give some good advice. Kitty, some bad advice. And Josh, ugly, worst possible advice.
And it can just be about absolutely anything.
About any little minor problem or major problem. It can be, the smallest, minutest problem you have, or to the biggest problem facing the world.
How can I tell somebody that they smell really bad?
Okay. And I'm glad that Jack's giving the good advice on this one, because I could see domestics happening if
we've got plenty of experience of this. So, look, Francis, thank you for airing out our dirty laundry for the public to hear. My good advice on that: just be kind to them and just tell them they smell a little bit. Even if they're nice, just tell them, "Well, you smell really nice." But if they smell really badly, just tell them, "Oh, you smell badly. Here's my cologne and aftershave, so you can sort yourself out." I'm just being nice. Please don't hurt me. I'll just be honest with them.
Well, that's
okay. That's all I'm giving.
Yep, that's good. And Kitty, do you have some bad advice?
So you know the really bad smelling stuff at the back of your fridge? What I recommend, so like at Christmas, you've got two options. You either you scrape off that grossy gunge from the back of the fridge, put that in a box, and so when they open it, they're like, "Oh my god, that smells so bad," and you like, "That's you all the time." Or alternatively, you go the other way, and so for Christmas, you buy them loads of soaps and bath salts and smellies, but I don't know if it'll work.
Right, okay, well, yeah, I think that could be quite good. Josh?
Firstly, send an email to everyone you know and everyone they know, anonymize them, and then once everyone's wondering and everyone started gossiping, and once that person is the most insecure that they could possibly feel, reveal it all. Tell them they fucking stink.
Okay, right. So next we're going to go on for Jack. You're going to come up with a bit of a problem. Kitty, you're giving good advice. Josh, bad. Francis, really ugly advice. And this is going to be interesting. You give it, yeah. No domestics involved here. Okay.
Right. Well, I live in quite a private residential area with Francis, and there's not really that many places where we can go for a jog or for a walk near us without getting to our car. So what's the best way for me to try and get some exercise every day?
Okay. So Kitty, have you got some good advice for how he's going to get exercise in that area?
This is really novel, but have you thought about joining a gym? It's this newfangled place where there's like workout machines. And you
I must admit, I feel a little bit offended by that suggestion. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Right. Okay. Josh, do you have some bad advice?
Yeah. So when you go out for your cigarette, also go out for a walk, and then if you feel you need to walk more, have more cigarettes.
So I might actually turn this into a bit of a domestic.
Yeah.
Maybe if you do some fucking housework. Turn it into some exercise. The shake and vac and put the old fresheners back. Do a little jig. If you do the vacuum, I'll show you where the vacuum is. Do a bit of vacuuming. And I do a little jig at the same time.
You know what it is, Francis? You are genuinely impressive when you do your housework. I'm just there in awe. Just like, well, I can't help out here. So.
Well said, Jack. Well said. Good get out, isn't it? Okay, so so finally, Kitty, you're going to come up with a little problem. Josh, you're going to give good advice. Francis, bad, and Jack, some ugly advice.
So my dad lives in quite a fancy neighborhood, and I don't feel like I belong there. And every time I go to visit him, if I leave the house or I go for a walk, the neighbors start doing like the Spanish Inquisition, asking me like where I'm from and like everything about it. And it makes me feel really uncomfortable. And I don't know whether to like address them or to introduce myself, or like my neighbors are making me feel uncomfortable because they're so posh.
Okay. So Josh, what good advice do you have for that?
You should get yourself to Next and buy yourself a tux, because no one looks out of place in a tux.
Oh, that's quite a good idea. Francis?
Oh, bad advice. So basically, I just lie. Just say you're a high class prostitute. And just say that you're picking up some stuff, because obviously you don't want Love Honey to be delivering to your place, or Ann Summers or something like that. You need a few things sent in there, and just say you're really high class. And if it's one of the the women just say to, just start talking to the husband, and that'll really get them a bit annoyed. And they'll probably be like, for £500, I could probably, give you a hand shandy or some really good loving. Obviously your high class lady probably hasn't given up anything for 3 years, and the women won't talk to you anymore then, and definitely the men won't talk to you because the women won't want them to talk to you. So I just want to say you're a high class entertainer, lady of the night.
Okay, and I'm not quite sure how Jack can make that more ugly than we'll see how he makes it worse.
Well, Kitty, from what you said, they're quite a posh and affluent area, is that correct? Right, so I'd imagine that they'd be like mainly voting Conservative or have right-wing tendencies. So you know what I would do? I would knock on every door of the neighbourhood, and when they open the door, present them with a hammer, a sickle, and a copy of Karl Marx's Capital. And if they don't agree to what you believe in or what you prophesise, then literally burn their houses to the ground. Because as we all know, in a proper society, in a communist society that is, that all houses have no value or any meaningful value whatsoever, so they should be destroyed without any sympathy or consequences at all.
Okay, yeah, I think that might be possibly the worst advice I've ever heard, because you might get away with it for the first house, but by the second house, the first house is on flaming, and you're knocking on the next door, going, "See you next door. Do you agree with me now?"
Yeah. You see next door. That's what's going to happen to you.
Yeah. Okay. Eddie's happy with the commenting. He's saying, "Don't take any shit, Jack," and that's from earlier on with Francis and the cleaning situation. I think rather than actually, burning down houses, which possibly you do deserve to take shit for. That really is a step too far. We do not condone burning down houses. Certainly not my house. Don't come to Nottingham burning down my house. Okay. Anyone else, it's fine.
Well, it depends who the occupant is. If they're really awful, then I don't see why not.
Yeah, absolutely. If they're really awful, but like I said, not me.
Yeah.
Don't burn my house down. Well, you can do it. I'm off to Brighton actually. I don't care in a couple of days, but let me get there first. So yeah, the next thing. It's a pandemic. That's right. It's pun. Yeah, so this is it. This is pun time. So what we're going to do, we're going to get people to tell puns on. Let's see, food. That's a good one to go for. So again, we're going to go round robin. I think we'll start with Kitty, then Josh, Francis, Jack. We'll go around that way. Okay. Each of you say one pun about food until either you've got no more puns to say, or we think it's enough. No, we can't take any more cheesy puns on food. Okay.
So I've started a new diet. What I do is I put a glove onto each of my ears before and after I eat. It's called intermittent fasting.
Okay. And I've got to remember to get this video lined up quite a few times in this. Josh?
I tried to make a joke about an orange, but it wasn't very appealing. The segment.
There's a food called eggplant in the USA. I have one American friend called Sue that calls it that. Oh, but Jean doesn't.
I'm trying to think of which best food pun I can say to all of you right now. Just bear with me.
My friend started a new job. She's a high-class escort, actually, for PepsiCo. Yeah, she's a Pop-Tart.
What do we call a collective group of food puns? A punette.
Santana is a great band. They always seem to stay current.
In America, if someone told me which gun I would have if I lived there, I would use an assault rifle.
Excuse me, this appears to be an ice cream covered in espresso, but I thought I was going to get half a gatto. No, it's not fun.
I've had so many biscuits, I'm starting to get digestive problems.
I don't want to do another pun because all the other ones were crepe.
I'll be honest with you, I've been fucking terrible at this, but I gave him my breast shot.
My bike tire went flat the other day. I got a puncture, so I took it to a monastery to get it bumped up by this lovely monk. Apparently he's the air fryer.
And I'm out.
Right. Okay. Okay. And I think that might be a good point to end it on. Francis or Jack, do you have anything you want to finish on?
Oh no! Like I said,
yeah. Okay.
I don't want to do another one. Otherwise, I'll get a cob on.
Okay, sneaking an extra one in there, Francis. Well done. Okay. Yeah, you're all fantastic. I've loved all of those. So everyone's a winner.
Hooray!
Apart from the audience, who probably last time we did this, we had one of the guests who hated puns. We put him on the main screen to see if anyone could actually either make him laugh or even smile. But so yeah, we're going to come to the final game. We are running a little bit over, but it's all right. There's only football on the other side. I didn't expect that. So things you wouldn't expect to hear at a wedding. And we start off, I think, shall we start Francis, Josh, Kitty, Jack? We'll do it in that order. Okay, so things you wouldn't expect to hear at a wedding.
I take the Jack. Ah, my waters are broken!
Okay, Josh?
Oh, yeah.
We're going in that order, sorry, Josh. Yeah.
No, that's my fault.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for having your wedding at Capthorne Hall. Did you know we also do parties for divorce?
And now we'll have a speech from literally any female member of the bridal party. Oh, no, sorry. Her dad's going to make a speech instead.
Oh, I can't wait for the food. I'm so hungry. Where's the hog? Oh, wait, she's over there, the groom.
Don't get invited to many weddings, do you, Jack?
No, I don't. I actually take photos of them, so.
Okay, Francis?
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not called the groom for nothing, but that's another story.
Oh! Fantastically horrible.
We are now increasing the amount of guests you can have at a wedding from 30 to 100. So unfortunately, you will have to invite Auntie June.
All of these ideas are so original. I've never seen any of them before. I've just got to put them on Pinterest.
Oh, look at the bride. Doesn't she look lovely? Yeah. It's a real shame she's barren.
Okay. Is that a good point to leave it? Shall we go on to the next topic? Yeah. Horoscopes. Things you would not expect to hear in a horoscope. And we're going to go, let's start off Kitty, Josh, Francis, Jack. Do it in that order.
You will meet a tall, dark stranger who will be a total fuckboy. Avoid.
I've slightly misinterpreted this, and I don't know how. But they are tentatively about horoscopes. So
that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So when we're working out what we name the horoscopes, right? What animals should we associate with Leo? Right? A lion, Scorpio, Scorpion. This is easy, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Libra. Fuck it. Let's put a set of weighing scales on instead.
Great. Okay, Francis.
Let's have a read of my stars today in the good old Heat magazine, or any other magazine that may be out there. Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer. You have cancer.
Yeah, that was the wrong magazine you were reading there in the doctor's waiting room. All right, Jack.
I just looked at my Taurus horoscope. It tells me that I need to get a life.
Okay.
So, you will come into a large sum of money by selling feet pics on Instagram.
Okay, I think that's probably quite a good one to end on. Nope. Okay. You got more? Yeah, go for it then.
I think Cancer's a bit of a hard-named star sign. So from now on, you are now a hemorrhoid.
Okay. Yeah. Should we finish there? Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think that's probably as far as we can go, isn't it? Bleeding from the arse. So I've got a couple more comments. Let's see. Rosalind is saying Libra should be librarian. Scales. Okay, so right, this final little bit is where you get to plug what's going on, and we do have things going on now, don't we? Things are opening up a bit. So, should we start? Kitty, can you tell us what you've got coming up?
Nothing of interest. Book me for stuff. But also follow my Instagram at Kitty M Speed, and my Instagram for illustration, which is at Self Isolation Bear. And
Okay,
book me for stuff.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
Yeah, we need more bookings, don't we? Do you do a longer show with all your aerial material?
yeah. I've got a solid 20 minutes of non-stop aerial.
Okay, right. I think we definitely need to book that just so we can see that. Yeah, I'm actually able to be setting up a night once venues can actually have more than 3 people inside them. At which point we might actually get to 2 comedians and a member of the audience. So it would be better than most open mics.
Is it clean material, all that aerial stuff?
Oh yeah, totally clean.
Oh, it's a good point there, Jack.
Thank you. I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
You didn't get very good reception with that one, did you?
Yeah, did I should probably vanish.
Making waves, okay?
Yeah.
So you know all the cleaning stuff, but you don't actually do any washing. Sorry.
Yeah, you're going back into that. This is not a domestic. Okay, we can do marriage counselling after this show's ended, but not now. Okay, Josh, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, so I've got a stand-up spot on Thursday in Kidderminster, so looking forward to that. And then on the 26th, I've got a spot in Oxford, Kitty's Land. So yeah, we'll talk afterwards. But first time visiting Oxford, so I'm half excited for the gig, half excited to see a Pret. Or
yes, like many Prets, 5 and the biggest Gregs in the world. Sorry, I'm so.
So the biggest Gregs. Oxford is not the place I'd expect to get a Greg's. It's like it's after for the northern students, just so that all the Mancunian students go, oh, we do feel at home here.
They want to live like common people, Denzel.
Okay, Francis, have you got anything coming up?
At the moment, I'm trying to writing a few things so that when me and Jack do a few coupley things together, I'm all ready. So we had a few roasts battles set up before COVID, but obviously they didn't happen last year. So just still writing some roast battles, and I'm writing an Elizabethan Tinder date as well. So I'm just doing more writing. So when we actually feel ready to be like, we'll do this, that, and the other. We can do some things as as a couple on the scene, comedy couple.
Yeah, I think that would be good. So Jack, obviously you've got your radio show, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm a lot more cheerful on the radio than I am here. So I do a weekly radio show 1 till 4 on a Thursday on a station called Switch Radio. So that's very good. I'm also running a night in Erdington on Tuesday the 13th of July. Hopefully that'll be the start of a monthly night there in Erdington. I mean, obviously it's a bit dodgy, not going to lie. However, we've got some genuinely really funny acts on. Josh Pugh, Dougie Carter, the boys at All Night Chemists. I'm hosting it, so you're going to get at least some kind of entertainment there.
Yeah.
Other than that, I do wedding bookings as well. So I take photos at weddings. I don't call the bride a hog or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, for about £300-400 a pop, I can do some wedding photos for you. So yeah, all good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good price as well, I think, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have I got coming up? I'm off to Brighton. I've got lots of people in Brighton who are going to be doing some really fun stuff. I'm going to be watching. Alex Leam is doing a couple of things down there. So that's at the Caxton Arms on Sunday night and Monday night. I'm going to be on the Rogers Music is the Food of Love. Which is a nice little quiz show at the Caxton Arms, 8:15 on Monday night. If anyone's watching is anywhere near Brighton, that'll be good. Ishi Khan, I'm going to be watching her show as well. I'm hoping to be doing some comedy end of June. There's a comedy marathon, which we don't know if it's going to be happening or not. So we'll find out. And that's about it, really. The next time we're going to be doing one of these shows is the 13th of July. It's going monthly from now, second Tuesday of the month. So we'll see how we get on with that. On that show, we've got Anna Domini, Peter Wood, Michael Monkhouse, and Max. So that should be a really, really good show. I'll see people back here for that. Obviously we have lost Kitty, but then again we were overrunning, so she had to go on to do her next thing, so that's fair enough. I hope people tune in, and do remember also to donate as well. I'll just remind people of the coffee.com little thing, and then we're going to play the end credits now, so everyone, if you could just wave goodbye, and then I'll stick the end credits on. Goodbye everyone, when I can find the damn things.